somehow begin feeling bad for Blake Lively because she appeared at her Simple Favor 2 premiere, and people are noting that she seems increasingly uncomfortable and anxious, and maybe it really is just a lot for her to deal with. When Anna Kendrick was asked about Blake Lively on the red carpet, she was a bit pithy.
To be working with Blake again.
Oh, we're talking about you.
Just, oh, you know. So Marcos, who's another TikToker who essentially got his video banned because he had received a tip that the Reynolds family was lobbying Jenny Slate to join as a plaintiff. And Jenny Slate was pushing back on that, and he had heard from somebody in the orbit that was true.
Blake Lively, the actress who captivated audiences with her role in It Ends With Us, is now caught up in a courtroom drama that could rival any of her on-screen roles. In a move that has left many stunned, Lively has filed a petition to have Justin Baldoni's hefty $400 million defamation lawsuit against her dismissed.
Justin Baldoni's lawyers have now leaked the official footage of her alleged sexual harassment, and I now need this to go to trial. So the story goes, essentially, he says she didn't even read the book before signing on to the project. Then she read the book and kind of became consumed with it and wanted to basically introduce her own lines and wanted to become a part of the project and rework the script. So she submitted to him her ideas for how to rework the script, and apparently he gave her feedback, essentially saying, like, you know, I really love how passionate you are about this project. Maybe we'll take some of these ideas, but like, obviously we're not going to take all these ideas because it's our project. And this was not good for Blake.
Balake.
She wrote this. This is her text message back to Justin Baldoni. She wrote, "If you ever get around to watching Game of Thrones, you'll appreciate that I'm Khaleesi. And like her, I happen to have a few dragons. For better or worse, but usually for better. Because my dragons also protect those that I fight for. So really, we all benefit from those gorgeous monsters of mine." Why do celebrities not know they're insane? Like, do they know that human beings don't text like that? That's my question. Do they understand that at no point in my entire life am I texting that to anybody, especially when we're dealing with a work setting and somebody is the person who is running the movie? It's their project. I'm like, I've got little monsters, little dragons, and their names are Taylor Swift. I don't often use them, but if you give me what I want, yes, exactly what I want, they are not going to figuratively blow fire on your head. That's insane. Ryan Friedman, the lawyer on this case, is not kidding.
This legal battle has put both Baloney and his production company, Wayfarer Studios, in the spotlight, with conservative commentator Candace Owens also becoming a key figure. Owens has been vocal throughout the ordeal, with accusations of misconduct, countersuits, and public feuds adding layers of drama. This real-life saga is a whirlwind of intrigue, scandal, and a hint of the absurd.
So they wrote in the last paragraph, "Late last night," which was what I said, I tweeted this, "Late last night while we all slept, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds filed a protective order. The guilty as sin couple is asking a judge to protect from the public some confidential documents and names that will be gathered in the discovery process." And then after they put my tweet, they write, "Predictably, the media outlets picked up the same narrative." Okay, yeah, but that's what you did. Like, what am I guilty of here? Leading the pack of people, like, because, like, what, we're psychotic and we're checking your filings every day? And we said, oh, look, yeah, she's filing for more protection to protect, she thinks it's confidential documents. We just read through this. We showed the public that's what you're doing. So I don't understand why I got name checked here. And then just to say, predictably, the media outlets picked up the same narrative. They're like, they got me out here looking like Regina George when she cuts her shirt. And then everybody just starts cutting their shirts. It's like, no, I'm just telling the truth.
The saga began in December 2024 when Lively filed a complaint with the California Civil Rights Department, accusing Baloney of misconduct during the production of It Ends With Us. According to a report from The New York Times, Baloney allegedly hired a PR crisis management team to silence Lively after she confronted him about the misconduct. Documents obtained by Lively through subpoena reportedly revealed a coordinated campaign to discredit her across both traditional and social media platforms.
Narrator, she did not listen. She did not take my advice at all. I said that having read through Blake Lively's complaints, that it was evident to me that she was likely under the influence when she filed her complaint. Not under the influence of drugs, not under the influence of alcohol, but of the influence of proximity to Taylor Swift. Maybe one era's tour too many, had been attended by her and Ryan, and they were just feeling like they were Taylor Swift. I just recognized her brand of feminism.
In a swift and expected response, Baldoni filed a $400 million defamation lawsuit against Lively, her husband Ryan Reynolds, and their publicist, Leslie Sloan. He accused them of orchestrating a smear campaign to damage his reputation and seize control of the film. Baldoni's complaint depicted Lively as a manipulative figure, suggesting she was trying to deflect attention from her own alleged missteps by portraying herself as a victim.
Mark my words, take it to the bank. This is what's going to happen. She is going to ruin the life and the career of Isabella Ferrer. That's what I think. Isabella Ferrer is going down. Okay, Isabella Ferrer thought that Blake Lively was her friend. She thought that Blake Lively was doing stuff because she wanted to be her big sister. She was styling her, took her to the Deadpool premiere. We talked about this strategy of just routine love bombing that her and Ryan Reynolds engage in.
Candace Owens, the conservative commentator known for her outspoken views, was unexpectedly named in the legal documents, a development she addressed with her usual bluntness on her platforms. In a video titled, "They Finally Mentioned Me in Nadiora," the Blake Lively lawsuit. Owens expressed her confusion about being dragged into the drama, saying, "I'm just telling the truth. I don't understand what your problem is with me, other than the fact that I'm under your skin. I'm not letting go. I'm like a pit bull. I'm onto you."
TikToker Marcos, who runs the Be Better company, actually was Team Blake Lively when this all began, and then did this crazy thing called reading Justin Baldoni's countersuit and was like, listen, I know this is going to sound crazy, but everything that I'm reading here points to the fact that Blake Lively manipulated her audiences and lied to her audiences. And like, I'm kind of shocked as someone who fully believed her. And he's just basically as psychotic as me.
Now for the moment you've all been waiting for. So my source has told me that Lively's legal team is allegedly attempting to amend their filing and add Jenny Slate as a plaintiff to the lawsuit. But Jenny Slate allegedly does not want to be involved in this mess at all. And if she rejects their offer to be made an actual plaintiff in the case, which seems likely, they're likely going to subpoena her anyway and just include her testimony or her as evidence because she allegedly has had some very bad experiences with Justin Baldoni in regard to harassment or being made to feel uncomfortable on set. I think at this point, Lively's team very strongly believes that if they're able to add more women officially to the lawsuit, that the claims will look more legitimate. But at this point, I don't think Jenny Slate or anyone else on the cast really wants to jump aboard.
Owens' involvement came from her commentary on the Lively-Belloni dispute, where she supported Belloni and criticized Lively's allegations as part of a larger issue of false accusations in the dark Me Too era. Her outspoken position and large following amplified the public conversation surrounding the case, much to Lively's displeasure. Lively's legal team pointed to Owens' commentary as evidence of the alleged smear campaign against her, a claim Owens dismissed as an attempt to silence opposing voices.
What did she do with Isabella Ferrer? How did she love bomb her to the point that she's now using her? And Isabella Ferrer, let me tell you, you better lawyer up.
Hi, I'm Saul Goodman. Did you know that you have rights?
Quickly, because you got, okay? She didn't love you like a little sister. She was going after a movie. And then I found this clip circulating on the internet of Isabella Ferrer at the London premiere of It Ends With Us being asked about her relationship with Blake Lively. Take a listen.
What was it like working with Blake? Has she given you any kind of advice?
I love her. She's the best. She's given me so much advice. She has been so generous to me. She has given me clothes. She's fed me. She's let me sleep over. I mean, she's just been like a big sister that I never had. I'm an only child, so I'm like, this is so nice.
Love bomb. Isabella Ferrer is 23, 24 years old. She might be 24 now, was 23 at the time of filming. And she's looking at this and she's going, this is so cool. Like, she's inviting me over for sleepovers. Why is Blake Lively inviting Isabella Ferrer over for sleepovers? You're dealing with grade A psychopaths. That's what you did, okay? It was about Justin Baldoni, and she knew, Ryan Reynolds and her were like, we need to have someone else on set saying something happened. They're trying to now use her to try to justify their lawsuit. And I believe that this has been a wicked plan that she hatched long ago. And Isabella Ferrer is actually a victim of just a nefarious, nasty woman named Blake Lively. Those are my thoughts.
The legal battle took another turn when Lively's attorneys filed a motion to dismiss Baldoni's lawsuit, calling it a vindictive and baseless attempt to exploit the legal system. They argued that the lawsuit was a retaliatory move meant to intimidate and silence Lively following her misconduct allegations. Citing California's Civil Code Section 47.1, enacted in 2023 to protect individuals from retaliatory defamation suits after reporting misconduct, Lively's team maintained that her statements were legally protected and that Baldoni's lawsuit was an abuse of the judicial process.
Then, as soon as Blake Lively filed her complaint, Liz Plank was out, instantly said she quit, a show of support and solidarity with Blake after everything dropped.
Wakanda forever.
And particularly, there was this TikToker, Steph with the Deets, who had showed that perhaps the reason that motivated her to get on the side of Blake Lively without actually looking into anything, or at least speaking to her co-host and hearing his side of things, may have been what we have discovered since, a repeat sort of Ryan Reynolds psychopathic strategy of essentially love bombing people. Ryan Reynolds, and this is Steph with the Deets again, had put her in this program, this documentary called Welcome to Wrexham. She appeared as an expert to deliver to audiences what the definition of a bromance is. Take a listen.
The definition of the word bromance is just, it's a platonic relationship between two men. There's no female equivalent to the term bromance. The female equivalent is friends.
Baldoni's legal team, however, remained resolute. His attorney, Brian Fredman, criticized Lively's attempt to dismiss the case, calling it an abuse of the legal system. Fredman labeled Lively's claims as fantastical and insisted they would be disproven with evidence. He also took aim at Ryan Reynolds for his request to dismiss a parallel defamation suit, accusing the couple of trying to avoid accountability. As the legal proceedings continued, Lively and Reynolds announced they would not be attending the 2025 Met Gala, an event they had co-chaired in 2022. Their decision to skip the high-profile occasion fueled speculation that the ongoing legal battles were taking a personal toll, prompting them to retreat from the public eye.
Blake Lively is definitely not everyone's favorite person right now, but that will not stop her friends from throwing her a birthday bash, it seems. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are hosting Blake Lively's birthday bash in Rhode Island. On Saturday, TMZ had gotten photos of Taylor and Travis at the Rhode Island mansion. But it turns out it is not just a romantic getaway for the two, they are going to be throwing a birthday bash. Because later in the day, the birthday girl, Blake, showed up with her husband, Ryan Reynolds. And they were seen smooching outside the house. And Travis Kelce's brother, Jason Kelce, also flew in for the event, along with Bradley Cooper. So I would guess that Gigi Hadid would also be there. And reportedly, Patrick and Brittany Mahomes are also there. And TMZ says the weekend retreat couldn't come at a better time for Blake, who's been dealing with all the It Ends With Us drama between her and Justin Baldoni. Oh, you mean the drama that Blake Lively created?
The court of public opinion remained split. Supporters of Lively saw her as a brave figure standing up against misconduct in the entertainment industry, while critics, bolstered by voices like Owens, viewed her actions as part of a troubling trend of baseless accusations. The involvement of high-profile individuals and media outlets kept the case in the public eye, with each new development being dissected and debated across various platforms.
She's amazing, so amazing person, amazing actress. I'm really good friends with Alice Callahan, Amanda Setton.
Minions.
I still keep in touch with the woman who played my mother, Margaret Colin. She's a really awesome lady, and I love her a lot, so... yeah, I don't know if that suffices, but yes, I do keep in touch with some people. Yes. What do you think about Taylor Momsen? I love her. I don't know. She's great. What do I think about her? She's awesome. I haven't seen her in 8 years.
In an effort to strengthen his position, Baldoni filed a lawsuit against his former publicist, Stephanie Jones, accusing her of leaking private text messages that allegedly ignited the legal conflict with Lively. Baldoni claimed that Jones had breached client confidentiality, causing significant personal and professional damage. This move added yet another layer of complexity to the already tangled legal saga, revealing the intricate web of relationships and actions fueling the dispute. As the battle dragged on, the entertainment industry watched closely. aware that the case's outcome could have wide-reaching implications. The allegations and counterclaims highlighted the difficulties of navigating personal and professional boundaries in Hollywood, a world where power dynamics and public perception are constantly shifting. Lively's invocation of California's Civil Code Section 47.1 in her defense also drew attention to legal protections for those speaking out against misconduct, potentially setting a precedent for future cases. Meanwhile, Candace Owens continued to use the situation to critique the Me Too movement, highlighting what she views as its excesses. Her commentary kept her audience engaged, ensuring her perspective remained a prominent part of the broader conversation.